Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Don't be fooled.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Ask Jen. I'm your host and your most honest homegirl, Jen. If you could not tell, we have a very special guest today. Last season, I had an episode called I Am Losing My Mind, and we were talking about all of the different changes that people were experiencing since the COVID-19 pandemic. If you haven't watched this is YouTube. Go to the channel and watch it at any time. But I was hoping I was just so influential that episode would launch a mental health resolution. But unfortunately, I think things have actually gotten worse. I don't always have the answers, but I always have a friend who can. Welcome to Ask Jen, Dr. Jasmine Stephens. Dr. Jasmine Stephens is a Detroit native, founder and CEO of Image Counseling Services. Image stands for Internally Motivated to Achieve Genuine Enhancement. With the mantra, let go and enjoy, Image Counseling Services was designed to encourage individuals from all walks of life to search within, deal with past or present trauma, and enhance their quality of life. Welcome her to the show. So you are a native Detroiter. Before we start, you from the east side or the west side?
So neither.
Okay.
Actually. So I was actually born in I was born in Detroit, but I don't claim it because my mama just had me in the hospital.
That happens.
We actually, I actually was born or raised in Ypsilanti.
Okay.
But then I went to high school in Romulus.
Really?
Yes.
What university did you go to?
I went to Eastern Michigan.
Oh, so you went right back home. So
I did.
Even though you was born in Detroit, you were Detroit adjacent. Okay, what's your go-to Coney order?
A Coney dog.
A Coney dog.
With mustard. And onion.
It gotta have the onions.
Along with the fries. With the mustard too.
I think Coney fries is so janky. I do not like Coney Island fries. Yes. They always be like soggy or like kind of crispy and kind of dry. They just don't never get it right.
That's because you got to eat it right away.
Okay.
If you try to wait or like go home, so like I normally eat it on the way home so that everything can still be ready.
A tip. Already ready to counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. Before we get started, everyone on the show plays a game, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start with a very simple game of this or that, okay?
Okay.
This is going to be mental health theme. You're a counselor, so you should be, privy, have some solutions. So I'm going to see, if we on the same wavelength, okay?
Okay, let's see.
Call or text?
Text.
I'm shocked.
Listen, I talk all day.
That'll do it.
So by the time I don't know, text me.
You said text me. Tell me what's important. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Why you need the coffee? You supposed to be a Zen lady. What's with the coffee?
I need to stay up all day because I literally go all day. So if you want me to hear you, I need the coffee.
I love a dedicated service provider. Okay, journal or vent to a friend?
Vent to a friend.
You be having to talk it out.
I do.
I feel it.
I do.
Morning person or night owl?
Neither. Neither.
Okay, so what does neither look like?
Neither looks like it's hard for me to get up in the morning and I'm in the bed by 8 o'clock.
I love people who in the bed by 8 o'clock.
Yep, sure am.
That's super grown up stuff. I be trying to go to bed at a bedtime and I just be scrolling or reading or watch TV and I end up until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to help me get some better sleep habits.
I got you.
I know you're a music lover and you are a gospel music lover. So we're going to take it to Kirk Franklin. Stomp or Revolution? Neither. Which one do you prefer?
Probably Revolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could pick a favorite, let's stick with Kirk Franklin's song. What would you pick?
Probably.
Okay, let's jump out the genre.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song right now that you cannot stop playing?
Honestly, Victoria Monet, On My Mama.
On My Mama is not going nowhere.
It can't.
It cannot.
It can't.
It's too good.
It's an affirmation song.
It's an affirmation song. You can play it for your grandma. You can play it for your daughter. You can play it to slow ground on the floor.
Absolutely.
You can play it to motivate you in the morning. It is an all-purpose song. Thank you so much, Victoria Monet, for that one. On Your Mama is a hit.
Absolutely.
So what made you pursue a career in wellness?
When I was growing up, I think typically we always have our own struggles. And when I was coming up, mental health wasn't privy. I was born in the early 90s, so we were still trying to figure stuff out. Being born in a Black family, you brush stuff up under the rug. So when I was in school, I would see people having issues, but I would be looking at them like, you crazy, right? But I didn't know, you know?
It's so easy to judge.
It is. It's so easy to judge until the mirror was turned back on me. And I recognized that I didn't have no self-esteem, or I wasn't giving myself permission to be Jasmine. So I would go to school and people knew who I was, but I didn't talk to people. And it was just weird. And so then I found myself like really intrigued with the psychology classes. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to help people, because I almost felt like I was in a box. Like I knew that I wanted to be somebody, but it was hard to be her. So I figured it's time for me to get out of a box, and then I can help other people do that same thing.
I love that. So the mantra of your clinic is let go and enjoy. What does that mean? I feel like you hinted to that in some of your own personal stories.
I did. I think a lot of times we get stuck, and we don't have to be stuck. And so I recognize the only way for me to enjoy my life is if I let go of the things that are not allowing me to enjoy my life. It's really that simple. And sometimes people don't think it is, but it is.
I think sometimes, especially when you talk about like being in your head and being stuck, we get so controlled and so frozen by our own thoughts. We don't allow ourselves to be or become. So you having the saying of let go and enjoy as like the center of your practice, I think that's, like you mentioned, it's so simple, but it's so hard to do.
It is. I think it depends on what let go really means, right? So let go doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't happen. It just means that you can only focus on the moment, right? So if you're letting go of trauma or abuse, I'm not telling you to forget the abuse. What I am telling you to do is, in this moment, that abuse didn't happen. So what do you want to enjoy about Monday? What do you want to enjoy about Wednesday, right? And we can work on everything else over time.
Oh, I love that, girl. I'm going to book a session with you after we finish this interview, okay?
Period. Let me know when.
Since everyone cannot get a one-on-one session like me, I think it will be a good time to talk about some practical mental health advice, okay?
Okay.
Help my audience out, because I know we all need it.
Yes, y'all need it.
What is one wellness activity that you can incorporate into your life daily?
Honestly, getting up in the morning and doing nothing.
Let's talk about a slow morning, because I love slow morning. I think I'm my best when I can get up and don't have to rush or do something or go somewhere.
Absolutely. So a slow morning for me, when that alarm goes off, well, actually I need 3. So the alarm goes off and I just lay there. I don't think, I don't plan, I just lay there. Give myself permission to actually have a little bit of time outside of the time I need to get up. I used to get up at 8:50 and I needed to be somewhere at 9:30. But it didn't work for me. And then it just made my day a lot more just overwhelming. So just getting up and just 5 minutes, and you can even set an alarm for 5 minutes and do nothing. You don't think, you don't got to figure out where Pookie and Ray Ray going for daycare, just nothing. Give your brain a restart so that you can actually let go and enjoy.
I always talk to people who say like they're not morning people. Like, even though you might not want to get up early, like you mentioned, you being able to have that slow morning or waking up and not being able to do something may mean you have to get up a little earlier, but it's not that bad because you are getting up earlier and not doing nothing. It's not like you getting up earlier to get yourself ready quicker or run and do something. It's just like, I just get that time to myself in the morning. Absolutely. I really understand why, like, when I was younger, older people would sit on a porch early in the morning and not do nothing because they wanted that slow morning.
Yeah, we think about it. It's actually funny. My granddad, God rest his soul, just came in my head, and he would be sitting there in silence. And I used to be like, that is so lame. Like, who wants to hear nothing? But now I get it, especially with me having the fast-paced life that I have, just to ride in the car at home or ride in the car on the way home, and I don't got to hear nothing.
Baby. The sign for me of getting older was riding in the car, not listening to no music, nothing. Just a silent car ride is the perfect, like, focus shifter for me.
Absolutely. And it's funny because most people who enjoy music or something, they always have to have music. I'm actually the opposite. Sometimes I need to just clear my brain. I don't want to hear nobody. I just want to hear nothing.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your music journey in a little bit.
Yes.
From your professional standpoint, do you really feel like we are within a mental health crisis, or do you think social media is just making these things hypervisual?
Definitely a crisis, because a lot of people aren't really willing to do the work. I actually cringe a lot of time on social media because you hear people saying, I want to be my best self, or I'm doing me, but they're not actually doing the work to feel, to heal.
Do the work.
And yes. And part of doing the work is actually feeling. It's okay to say, I'm jealous that this is happening, or you know what, that made me feel sad, or I'm frustrated. Like, we put a stigma on being able to talk about the feelings that we actually do have. So I think being able to feel, being able to have a trusted person will stop people from saying that they're doing well on social media and they're not.
We ain't got to fake the funk.
At all, because I don't.
That's why I like you.
I like you too.
Again, from your professional standpoint, can you pinpoint any key issues that you are realizing just contribute to cognitive or mental decline?
Honestly, breakups. Oh my gosh.
Really?
90% of the people who I help are coming to see me because they had a heartbreak. Really? Absolutely.
I never thought to go see a therapist after getting my heart broken. I think, like, I don't know why, like, maybe if you were married or something like that, but just a boyfriend, girlfriend, long relationships, and then you got to think, like, that's at the same time, like, that's still grief. Breakups. I did not.
It absolutely is, because it hits that nugget of low self-esteem, right? A lot of us, including myself, have stayed in relationships way longer than we were supposed to. And we didn't just get out. We tried to make up excuses why we needed to stay. I know him for so long. So what?
So what? Baby, let go.
Literally. And I've had people, and enjoy, right? I've literally had people who have been in the office because they didn't know how to let go. They didn't have the ability to set a boundary, to say, I'm not going to let this man make me feel like I got to raise him, or like I got to stay in this relationship and he with this girl on the side. Oof. And people are really stuck because they don't have esteem.
And I can see how that gets really, really difficult, especially like as you invest in a relationship and you think it's supposed to go somewhere. What do you think switch hits for people that makes them say, okay, I need to move on?
To be honest with you, I think it's just choice, because a lot of times you see people staying in at different time frames. You see people who can say it right away. You see people who take years. I think it's just choice, and they get tired. They find themselves is the biggest thing, right? Because as long as I'm thinking like, oh, but I really love you, I'm not going to go anywhere. But when I really recognize how it's making me feel bad, how it's making me not be able to focus on who I am, I think that's when I woke up, if I'm being honest.
Okay, let's talk about you. I woke up.
Oh, do you really want to?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. And this is why I know that my vein of therapy is self-esteem relationships, because I was terrible at setting boundaries with people. I let people do all kind of things, and I'm a loyal chick, so I was a wife before the ring way too many times. And just in case they watching, I'm not gonna put them on display, but
y'all know we love being messy, but anyway,
yeah, but yes, it literally was a point in time when I was a therapist and I was in some crazy stuff, and then I would have to go in the bathroom and cry real quick and then come in like, hey Jen, how are you? And it was just like, at that moment, it was like, enough is enough. Like, I'm not saying that I have to be perfect, but I literally just let this person do this to me, and now I gotta go in and be fake. Wow. And act like everything's good. And I developed imposter syndrome because I'm over here helping and I'm in the back with no boundaries. Wow. So I got my own therapist and I work through my stuff, and now can't nobody play in my face.
I know that's right. So speaking of the therapist, found a therapist, if someone wanted to seek out their own wellness provider, when looking for a therapist, what are some things that you think people should look for?
There's a few ways you can find a therapist. be it looking on the back of your insurance card. There is also a site, Therapy for Black Girls.
Okay.
There's also Psychology Today is another thing. I love consultations.
Okay.
I think you need to have a conversation with me first so that you can see if I am a good fit for you. Because I'm going to always be Jasmine in my room, right? I'm not going to be a different therapist. So if my personality is too vibrant, then that's okay. Here's the number, right? I think you should also be honest when you get a therapist.
Ooh, people be lying to their therapist. Let me tell you, they be lying. That's why their lives never get better, because they be paying these people to lie every week.
They do. And it's a relationship.
Yeah.
So if I'm not a good fit for you, you can say that. Dr. Jasmine, I'm going to go find another therapist. And I'm going to be okay, because ultimately I want you to get help. Skip the money, because I'm going to get that. I want you to actually feel better. So if I'm not a help for you, then I will help you find that person.
Do you suggest people break up with their therapist when they don't see a breakthrough? Like, some people think it's just a part of the therapeutic relationship. They're like, oh, this is a stranger who I'm telling my traumas and such. Some people think them not connecting or having a strong relationship with their therapist is a part of the process. At what point do you think people need to say, like, hey, they just might not be a good fit for me?
If you go in that room every week and you can't find nothing to talk about, if you go in that room every week and you feel like you can't be yourself, then it's not a good relationship. I don't care who it is. You can't come in and feel comfortable. And I put it on us as a therapist as well, because it's our responsibility to make people safe. So in order for you to feel safe, you got to have some of my personality.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be rigid. I don't talk like, how are you? What's up? What we doing today? That's how I talk. And it allows people to feel comfortable. It allows people to feel safe. Not everybody wants that bubbly personality, and it's okay. But you got to be okay with saying what you need.
Okay, as a mental health provider, the therapist got to have a therapist. The therapist has to have their own wellness practices. What are some things that you incorporate to stay mentally sane? Because I know having your own stuff going on, talking to all these people, balancing whatever you may have in your own personal life might be tough. So how do you stay on go?
Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Seriously though, because that's my foundation. And honestly, I feel like my spiritual foundation is what keeps me going. I also know that everything I do is centered around that. And I'm not saying like that I'm spooky spiritual, that I don't have a life. What I'm saying is that I include him, right? So I have those quiet moments that we talked about riding home. I do that every day when I go home. No music, just silence. I also like watching TV.
I love watching TV.
I just caught up on the end season of Sisters, so I feel complete now.
I need to catch up. Are you watching Diara from Detroit?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, it's on BT Plus. It's so good. Shout out to BT Plus. But it is good. If you are looking for a new show to watch, yes, get into that.
I will check that out. I like watching TV. Sundays, I take baths. And that's honestly really it. Just those things. Every now and again, I'm still struggling, if I'm being honest, with making time for my friends.
Okay.
Because I'm like, girl, no, because you just going to want to have a session. No.
Erin, she's one of the producers on AgG, and she is one of my closest friends. We have been trying to spend time with each other for 3 months.
Wow.
And she's right here, and this don't count.
Shout out to her. Okay, you a real friend. Okay, because they do not understand.
Finding time to spend time with my friends is so hard for me, and it is crazy because that is all I want to do. All I want to do is hang out. I am a let's spend time together type of friend, and my time is not timing, and it's making me mad. So I got to figure this out.
Yes. Well, what I started doing, honestly, is I literally put them in my schedule. And one of my friends, like, dang, I got to be penciled in. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
And so if we can't go on Thursday at 7, then I'll get you in June. Like, serious, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm going to be busy. Getting people together.
And coming to Wellness Day. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Period. Yes. So shout out to those friends that have the ability to see that we're in our bag. This is what we do. And real friends, they're going to come right along with you.
Okay.
Yep.
I love that you mentioned Jesus being the center of your mental wellness. But also, we talked about this a little earlier. You are a music lover.
Yes.
Outside of being an amazing counselor, You have another talent. So when you talk about you being a music lover, what do you do? And how did that come to be?
Well, both of my parents, they were singers, and they used to have rehearsals and things like that. So I would just be at their rehearsals. It's funny, me and my mom talk often because I used to be so afraid to sing in front of people. So we'll have like Easter solos at church, and I'll be staring at her. The audience this way, I'm staring at her. But she was my comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I honestly don't know. Actually, I do. I'll take that back. I had a friend, which she's been my friend since third grade.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys probably know her. We used to make songs in class. I wrote my first song at 18.
Wow.
And
What was the song about?
Crazy. It was about this dude.
I knew it was gonna be about. You was a lover girl. I knew it was gonna be about romance or something.
It wasn't even romance. It was a mess. It was this dude that I liked, and he wasn't paying me attention. So I was basically telling him, I know what it feels like to be hurt and alone. Let me save you. Like, girl, what? Why you want to save him? But it was sweet though.
It was sweet.
The harmonies was sweet.
I need to hear the
everything.
song.
I'll let you hear it. The harmonies was sweet, but yeah. But my brother, which is actually my stepbrother, he was into music production. So I flew out to Arizona. I was feeling very deep. Flew out to Arizona, laid the tracks down. Boom, there we have it. Then as I got more confident, I started singing every church I've been to. I sung on every praise team. And then recently I was promoted to praise and worship leader at my church.
Okay.
And then I started just writing music. I actually wrote a song called Let Go and Enjoy.
Oh my gosh.
I did, and you're going to be mad at me for this. I actually do have an album on all digital outlets. But it was in one of those times where I didn't believe in me, so
we gotta find the album. I cannot believe you did not tell me that.
I do. And it's called Let Go and Enjoy. It came out at the first Night of Inspiration, which we can talk about later. And I pretty much made a musical EP for inspirational songs.
I'm just looking at how your face light up when you talk about like your journey in music. When you are on stage and you performing, like, what does that do for you mentally?
It's an adrenaline. When I first get up there, I have to ask myself, like, why you do this? Right? It never gets easy. And I think that's the humility part of being in front of people. It doesn't matter how fun it is up there. It's one of those things that draw you back, like, wow, I'm up here in front of all of these people. And especially when I sing, a lot of times I'm mimicking what I hear. So it may not be what you know, but people still receive me being able to go up there and sing the song the way I hear it, or to be able to rock with me and all this big old personality and nobody just staring at me. So it starts off kind of scary and then it grows into, dang, it's over already. So
that's really how I feel when I record the show. I'm like, I get so nervous going into it. And then when I'm done with the episode, or I'm done asking my questions, I'm like, that was it. I'll be so sad it's over. But I do enjoy performing in music as well. I can't sing, but I am a music lover. Actually on the Uprising, there is a show that is produced called Lady Loves Lyrics. So basically, the producer of the show, Barry, the owner of the network, Barry, he plays a sample and people have to guess what song it is, right?
I like that.
So we're going to do that today. We're not going to play it just like that because, Barry, that game is hard. I don't know if anyone has ever told you that. Ladies Love Lyric is hard. You be playing songs from 1947 and be thinking somebody's supposed to know that.
Lord.
They do not.
I need to play the game because I probably do.
Invite her on. So what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to pick two songs with the same sample.
Okay.
This is basically this or that.
Okay.
And you pick which one you like more. Okay.
Okay.
You know it's hard to put two baddies against each other.
It is.
So, Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets, or Luxurious by Gwen Stefani?
Isley Brothers.
Okay.
Hands down.
Rain by SWV or Tyrese and Chingy, Pulling Me Back?
It depends on my mood.
Okay. Today, which one would you pick?
Probably Chingy, because it's nice outside.
It's nice outside. That's you play that with the windows rolled down.
Absolutely.
Okay. Tupac, Do for Love, or Bobby Caldwell, Do for Love?
Tupac.
Tupac, period. How you feel about how Snow Allegra did on the remix of Do for Love? Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it.
Oh wow. It's everywhere. Anyway,
Oh,
look it up. Tell me how you feel when this go off. Like, let me know. Because I got some thoughts. I don't think she had no business redoing that song. And she's a fantastic artist, songs banging. You could have left that man's song alone.
I hate when that happened.
I hate when it happened. I hate it had to be her too. I like her as an artist.
You should tell her. Send her email.
She gonna see this clip.
Okay. Sorry, Snow.
Square Biz by Tina Marie or 1 2 Step by Sierra. Okay, period. No, I'm picking CC. After My Detroit Heart, okay. Call Me by Aretha Franklin or Selfish by Slim Village.
Ooh. Selfish.
I'm an Aries. I'm in my big Aries bag right now. I'm a roll with Riri.
Okay.
I'm a roll with Riri.
I'm a neo soul chick, so it's more of the vibe of the song.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Kanye. What we gonna do with you, baby? He did his thing on the production. So let's talk about Wellness Day. Yes. Wellness Day started as something called a night of inspiration. You combined your two loves, music and wellness, to put together this fantastic event. Please tell everybody about what it is.
Yes. So in 2018, I started an event called Night of Inspiration. And what that was merging wellness and music. Every song that I sung there, I wrote. And I, of course, would cover some familiar songs, but it was just basically me giving therapy through music. And I will never forget, because it was that event, it was launched on my birthday, and it was the day that my parents found out that I had a business. So I pretty much did all of the business.
That's so many reveals. And one day you say, it's my birthday, this is my birthday party, I'm launching my business. Like, I love that.
Everything but pregnant. It was definitely a big reveal.
I love
it. It was my 28th birthday. And when I walked in the room, because we think you put on something, you don't know if people gonna show up. And that room was packed with family, friends, people I didn't know. And it was just amazing. So then I did it again in 2019, and it was amazing. We grew out the room, so we made a bigger room. So then after COVID, I had an idea that we should just make a full day of wellness. Everybody is not a music lover. So I decided to have an event that's 2 events in one day. And the morning is pretty much centered around like more so physical wellness. It's a panel. We had massage therapists there. And it was just a fun time. You were there.
Yes, I was there. It was great. And I am on the panel for this year's wellness event too. So y'all need to come. But let's talk about the theme.
Yes.
Surviving the audacity. Mm-hmm. What can attendees expect?
They can expect to come in a room with people who are just like them. If I'm being honest, Surviving the Audacity was birthed from somebody who had the audacity to tell me that I was not worth them staying in a relationship.
Oh my gosh, thank you for that person.
Yeah.
Because we got a whole event.
When I say I woke up, I really mean I woke up. And then I realized how many people survive things every day. They don't talk about it. They just grow bitter, or they say stuff like, I don't like people. And it empowered me to literally have an event that everybody can attend, whether you are already an overcomer or you're trying to overcome the audacity of whatever it is. And it's just a buzzword for trauma, right? Because nobody want to walk around saying I went through trauma. No, I survived the audacity.
That's so powerful. Language, just as a therapist, language is so important.
It is.
Surviving the audacity is so much better than, I've been a victim or I've survived trauma. I like that. Where can people get tickets?
My website, www.image-counseling.com. And spell counseling right. COUNSELING. Because people they don't spell that right.
It be me. I be messing up sometimes. It's okay. None of us are perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Jazz. Before you go, I like to do this thing called Motivational Minute. There are thousands of people who watch this YouTube channel. I want to leave them with some kind words, okay? So I'm going to give 3 different topics, and you are going to drop some wisdom for the people, okay?
Absolutely. And I'm going to look at y'all.
Okay. To the person who is struggling mentally,
You are not alone. Everybody's struggling mentally. And if you need help, it is okay for you to get it.
I am struggling mentally. She's talking to me. Okay. To the person who is afraid to put their talents on display,
Get you the right people that'll tell you the truth. Because if you have a talent, everybody has to grow with it. So get you people who will tell you the truth, that you can actually have the skin if they need to critique whatever it is, so that you can be empowered and do it.
we love feedback here on the Ask Jen show. You don't get better without people being able to openly say what they believe can be changed and do better. Without folks telling me I could be better, I wouldn't be where I am today. So thank you for that.
Yes.
For the person who wants to survive the audacity,
get up. It's that simple. You want to know why? Because everything that you went through is going to be the very thing that you help other people overcome. And if you're not ready to help other people, guess what? It's going to make you a better you.
if you want to survive the audacity with me and Dr. Jazz, we will be at Wellness Day, May 24th at the Ford Performance Center. What time is both of the events?
So the morning event, the doors will open at 10:30. You can come and do yoga. You can come and get a massage. And then, as Jen said, we will be on a panel. And in the evening, you'll get to hear that music that I was talking about.
And also, I'll be there doing social commentary, asking questions to the audience. So come find me. Thank you so much for coming on Ask Jen and talking about your journey and your rise and all the support that you want to provide with us for Wellness Day. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, and thank you for having me.
Of course. If you are looking for a good and uplifting time, please join us on May 24th. Also, if you want to uplift this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment to the Uprising Network on YouTube. This is Ask Jen. I will see y'all later. Bye.